even is this? Ah, so frustrated right now. Hey everyone, Kaylee here. Today I am coming at you with wet hair because I'm going to be trying out the Sleep Styler for the first time. This is a kind of roller that you can use on your wet hair for heatless curls. It's meant to be slept in, hence the name Sleep Styler, so that you can sleep and wake up with beautiful hair. And I've seen so many pictures and videos where people just look like they have angel curls. I'm like, okay, I mean, if it works, I will be sold. I will be so happy. They have long rollers and short rollers. The short rollers are meant for people who have either short hair or hair that's hard to curl, and then you have long rollers for everybody else. So I'm gonna use the long roller. I just think that's gonna get me where I'm going best. And the material on this is microfiber, and it's the good microfiber, not the stuff that like grabs at all of your little skin cells and like makes you cringe. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Are you cringing now? Because I hate that kind of microfiber. But this one is the kind that feels a little bit more like suede. It's very soft, it feels more high-end. And then inside of here is memory foam. I mean, it's no Tempur-Pedic, but it definitely has a little bit more of that resistance and cushion feeling to it that you would get from a memory foam like material. That's what's going on here. I think we need to try it out. So my hair right now is about 70% dry. I am gonna hit the front with some water because I want it to curl. Then I'm going to use this Living Proof Perfecting Spray to help detangle my hair. And then once I've got everything detangled, I think be ready to go. So you have like your roller, which looks, it's about the same size and shape as a typical curling iron, and you get to use it that way, which is why I think this looks super promising. Usually on a roller, you would take the ends and roll it up, which means that all the hair is stacked on top of each other and it's harder for everything to dry. Or with the things like flexi rods or even some of those fabric curlers I've seen, you know, you wrap the hair around, but then you have to fold this over, and that changes the shape of the curls, and that can lead to, you know, weird kinks and stuff. So that's why I'm really hopeful about this one, because you actually just get to wrap the hair around it. And whichever direction you wrap the hair around it, so I'm wrapping away from my face, this little fabric part the opposite direction. So I went away from my face for my hair and going toward my face with the fabric. And there's Velcro at the end. You secure the Velcro, it's on. So that seems really user-friendly, and hence I think it's really promising. I'm going to section off the top third, and I'm going to brush this really well, because if there are any little snarls or snags in here, your hair is going to dry with those in place, and that gives you the weird like kinks and funny looking curls that we can end up with heatless curls sometimes. So I'm just going to brush this like my life depends on it. Fabric little tail on top, and then wrap the hair around like I'm wrapping it around a curling iron. And now I'm going to wrap it toward me. All right, that seems pretty good. What I'm looking for right now is if this were to fold over here, you would get a crease in this little area. So I'm watching to make sure that this little strap doesn't cause the hair to bend awkwardly at all, and I think it kind of is right now. So I'm just gonna kind of like pull it down a little bit and try to release some of that tension. And then I'm also gonna try to loosen the strap a little bit. And there we go. This is a nice, pretty straight line through here, instead of being kind of creased like that, and you'd end up with like a ponytail kind of crease. It's a little bit more flat so that you can actually have a nice seamless curl. We're gonna hope anyway. Brush, 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 brush. I feel like this is going fairly quickly for never having done this before. So that's nice. So there is number 3. Let's do my facial area. Wrap it around like a curling iron. All right, I think that's good. So I'm gonna go sleep on this, and I will be back in the morning to show you the results. Buenos dias! I am back, and I am ready to take these out because I want to see if they worked or not. A question I got a lot when I posted this in my Insta story was whether or not they are comfortable. This is memory foam-ish. It feels comfortable, but you're basically laying on memory foam tubes, and so it just kind of feels like laying on a memory foam speed bump. If you really don't like the sound of that, you could, you know, do your rollers farther back so that you don't have to sleep with your face on them. So it's up to you. Okay, all that being said, I'm ready to take these out. And then twist this back up. That's a pretty curl. It is a tiny bit damp right in here, but keep going. I went to bed with damp hair and I slept for 8 hours and then I put my makeup on, so it's had more than enough time to dry. I really thought I did a better job wrapping it around than that because this looks very kinky. That might be user error, but I really thought I was combing everything out and making it nice and neat when I was doing it. Let's try this one. This really feels wet. Yeah, that looks gross. I'm not happy. How did so many other people do a better job than I did? Still a little kinky. I'm gonna let that sit. This one's so wet. Like, ugh. Let's see about this side, because this side had less hair per roller, so maybe that will make a difference. Yeah, this one's wet. What even is this? I feel like I look like somebody from 2010 who curled their hair and then somehow was shocked by lightning. I don't know. So frustrated right now. Did not expect to be Rage Kayley this morning, but goodness gracious, people. Well, I was going to take you guys throughout my day and see how these hold up, but I'm not wearing this anywhere. Heck no. Surely I could have done it wrong, but I was so careful. I'm just gonna give it another chance, just in case it was my fault. And we'll see if I can get a better results, and I'll let you know. But at this point, no. I will be back, show you guys that. Okay, I'm back. So I decided to wash my hair to give myself a nice blank slate, and now it is more dry than it was last time. We're gonna see if that will help everything to dry this time. Now, I went back and I watched pretty much every sleep styler video I could find to figure out what I was doing wrong. And one thing I noticed is that everybody was placing the rollers down lower on their hair than I was. So I'm gonna try putting it lower and see if that helps with the kinks. However, I still don't think I was using the wrong size of curler, and I really don't want to use the little ones, but for the sake of science, I'm gonna mix some little ones in just in case that's the size I'm supposed to be using. Let's get some rollers going. The difference on these small rollers is also that you don't wrap the fabric around, you just kind of secure it over the top, like so. Over the top, and secure it on the bottom. I feel so dumb if I can't figure this out, but also a little bit vindicated. Yeah, sure. All right, so I have some editing and some work to do, so I'm going to go work on that while this dries, and I will come back once it's dry and we'll see how it looks this time. So it's been about 5 hours and everything is feeling really dry. Like, it's not as long as actually sleeping through the night, but I think it's okay. I think it's dry, and more importantly, I want to take these off. So let's just check out one next to my face first. Hey! That actually looks good. It actually looks like it came off of a curling iron. Progress. Let's see if we can continue this lovely streak. Hey! A tiny bit of kinkage on this one, just in this general vicinity, but significantly better. Okay, let's move on to the first one up here. This one is a lot more kinky. Like, we've got a kink situation through here and a little bit through here, and you know, that's not ideal, but it actually made a very pretty curl. I was expecting it to be a lot tighter. That's not bad. Let's keep going. I should mention the second time around, I used all the same products that I did last time because I wanted to keep it the same. This one's a little tiny bit damp right here, and it's definitely kinky through here. Like, it's kink city. That one's back to my first round. And then that last curl looks perfect. So it's just those middle 3 that didn't turn out great, but this is really pretty. Okay, other side. I did also make sure to lay down for a little bit while I was working, just like had my laptop and laid down to replicate anything that might have done while I was sleeping during the night. I take these kind of experiments very seriously. Oh, well, that side turned out lovely. There definitely, you see the weird randomness. I don't even know actually what this shape is. What is this? This is not close to a curl. You know what? Compared to my first round, it's significantly better, so I will at least give it that. I'm just gonna try to break them apart and treat it like I would if I was going about my day. So I've noticed as I'm going through this that the stuff in front of my hair, like on the front right here, looks the best, whereas the things in the back are the most problematic. So even though I don't get to take you guys with me throughout the day and see how these curls hold up, I can already tell because I have been messing with them for a straight 15 minutes and like running my hands through them, and like the ones that were already pretty coming off the rollers have stayed very robust. So at least on my hair, that means that I'm safe for several hours. Like there's no immediate threat of the hair falling. Okay, so let's get some final thoughts going here. Number one, I think that if nothing else, I have learned that there is a significant learning curve to this product. And given that I put a lot of time in to see how to properly do these, that I tried it twice, really putting a lot of time and effort in, and I feel like I only got so-so results at the end, it says that this isn't necessarily the most user-friendly product. Now, I have seen people that got really great results and maybe didn't have as hard of a time with it as I did, but given that I do hair as much as I do and it's as big a part of my life as it is, if it was that much work for me, I assume that for a lot of you, it would be a similar amount of work. I do also worry that you might be kind of limited as to the versatility of curls you can make from this. A lot of the afters I've seen have looked similar to this, and it's not a bad look, but I would want, if I was spending $30 on this, to be able to try to do a few different looks. Overall, I'm gonna give this situation like 2.5 out of 5 stars. I think that if you're willing to put the time and the effort in to learn how to use it, and you don't mind sleeping on memory foam speed bumps, this could work really well for you. But I do think that it's not the solution that it really sells itself to be, and I think that the education that they have out there for people using their products is insufficient given how much of a learning curve there is on these. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed my just ridiculously honest, not totally glowing review. I hope it helps you to make an informed choice. That's really what my channel is here for, is trying to empower you guys to make choices with your hair, whether it's how to style it, or what products to use on it, or maybe what products to avoid. So I hope this has helped in that journey. And that's it for today's video. Be sure to hit that subscribe button for more hair tutorials and maybe some product reviews for every day. And come back on Saturday. I have a very requested hair tutorial coming out then. You will not want to miss it. So I will see you guys on Saturday. Mwah! Bye!